politics. All right. Welcome, everybody. Whew. Welcome to another fantastic day on Uncle Beno's channel. Today is the 2nd of July. Oh my, oh my. Wow, the year is running so fast, people. Oh, I hope you guys have started realizing that this thing you created, though, when did they call that thing? New Year resolution. Uh, I hope I hope you guys are working on your New Year resolution and those goals are being accomplished. Anyway, let me tell you guys, even if it's tarried, don't falter, okay? You are going to achieve every goal you set out for yourself in Jesus' name. All right. You're welcome back. Please hit the like button as you come in. And if this is the first time you're watching our show, don't be a stranger. Kindly subscribe to the channel. We are about to get to 12,000 subscribers, and we're going to need your help to get to 12,000. I'm going to say this, though. I'm proud of what we accomplish here. It's not easy to create generic content and get these massive subscribers to come on. So it means the real farm is doing a great job. Thank you everyone for your help and for your understanding. We don't take this for granted. So we're going to look at two major issues on this episode. First, we want to consider why Africans/Nigerians care workers are going to jail abroad. We're also going to talk about my Wahala brother, Two-Face Idibia. Two-Face have said something again that got the internet buzzing. I don't know who is advising Two-Face. I don't know if there are some repair or some mechanical work that has to be done on Two-Face head. Because anytime dude open his mouth, he will say something outrageous that make people wonder, okay, what exactly make this dude a legend? All right. Two-Face have said that men are created to have multiple sex partners. He tried to explain it based on his own understanding. And in the same breath, Two-Face also said Annie is amazing, but she don't know what I wanted. So we're gonna talk about these two things right now. So be ready, ladies. All right, so that's what we're going to cover in this episode. If you are ready, I'm so ready. First off, let me recognize the people who are here already. I see you, Juliet. Juliet, what's up? How you doing, my sister? I hope you are having a fantastic day. All right, I see we got like 14 people here watching already, but only Juliet is in the chat. So please, if you are watching, just drop a hello, hi in the chat. Let me at least recognize you the Uncle Beno style. Okay, without much ado, I'm gonna dive straight into today's show. Hold on, let me find my intro so that I can start dropping the courts at each segment. Which one should we start first? Should we go with Two-Face Idibia, or we should go with the care worker thing? Which one should we start first? Let me find Two-Face nonsensical audio. Or okay, let me check the time. All right, we have like 6 minutes to consider a couple of things. So I quickly want to address one issue that is making round right now on social media. Let me see if I can show you from this video briefly. All right. Welcome everybody. What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Because I can't see anybody in the chat, but I know 15 people are watching. Are you guys trying to type and it's not showing up? Let me double check. Maybe something is wrong. This is unusual. CB is saying we can't comment. What happened? I didn't log the comment section. I don't know what's going on. Let me quickly check this out. I didn't log the comment section at all. Oh boy. Wow. People can comment. What happened to YouTube? YouTube Agbalaya. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I honestly didn't do anything. I don't know why you can comment, but I have to fix that from the main channel. Maybe I have to find the studio. Okay. All right, my restricted mode is off. What's going on? Okay. Turn it back off. All right, I think you guys should be able to comment now. Let me also check from okay, whatever is happening is not coming from me. That's probably from YouTube. Because even myself, I can't comment. I don't know what's going on. But I guess I may have to fix that later. Anyway, I'm still gonna create the content anyhow. And maybe as time goes on, this one head go comment, or it can be from StreamYard. Yeah, that can be from StreamYard. All right. Anyway, let me just continue, and wherever they allow you guys to comment, you can come in. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do something. I think it might be from some of the keywords in the description. They say this YouTube, then decrease at times. But God passed them. All right. Okay. Let me know if you allow you guys to leave comment. If not, we're just gonna go ahead and do the show, and then maybe you can leave your comments after the show. Because like I said, even me myself, I can't comment. I don't even see my poll, and I'm suspecting that is coming from StreamYard. All right, let me show you the first controversial issue I want to address. Even good self say people no fit comment, so that way the gbas boost no go start on time. So before I go to Two-Face Idibia, I want to talk about this guy right here. The guy you see on my screen right now, his name is Pastor Bolaji Idowu. Pastor Bolaji Idowu. Guy, stop calling me. It's not working. I know already. Wala deal. All right. So the person you see on the screen right now, that is Pastor Bolaji Idowu. He made a comment that got him in trouble. But let me put a break here first. All right. Welcome back. So the guy on the screen, his name is Pastor Bolaji Idowu. And he recently made a comment while delivering his sermon. The comment has gone viral and is creating a lot of buzz in Nigeria as we speak right now. I don't know why people always like to dramatize everything in Nigeria, but I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. I pray that those who will see this video, they will understand where I'm coming from. So Pastor Bolaji Idowu received a lot of backlash lately, and part of the backlash was based on the comment he made on the pulpit when he said the Yorubas are fearful people. That one of the problem, the Yoruba tribe, that's how he put it, and that is a very dangerous comment to make, especially knowing the type of society we have in Nigeria, where tribalism have ate deep into our skull. This dude was not paying attention, he was not reading the room. He went there and made that comment and say, Yorubas, there is a problem with your tribe. You guys are fearful people. Yorubas they are very scared when they are doing things. And to add petrol to fire, he said, that is why I like the Igbos. The Igbos are not afraid. Anywhere you go, you see the Igbos. Any country you visited, the Igbos are always there. Anyway, take a listen, guys.
Of Harvesters Church International have made headlines and turned heads for the comments he made during his sermon on Sunday. While preaching about courage and fearlessness, the popular Lagos-based pastor appeared to make sweeping generalizations and stereotypes about Nigeria's major tribes, implying that Yoruba people are culturally inclined to fear, while Igbos are naturally fearless. Take a listen.
There's a problem with your race. Yoruba people, hold on here. Even if you are 48, hold on here. There's a problem with your race. It's called fear. Life bows for the courageous. Life works against the fearful. I'm saying it so that you can, from a young age, destroy it. That's why I love the Igbos. They are fearless. There's no country in this world, not send Igbo man there. Nobody can do anything significant in life because of fear. One of the reasons people never emerge or go forward in life is fear.
Now, this sermon has since gone viral, and it drew both a lot of criticism and also reflection. Some churchgoers and social media users are saying that the message reinforces harmful tribal stereotype, and it risks fueling division rather than unity, especially coming from the Christian pulpit that many believe should, of course, preach reconciliation, peace, and unity, not generalization. In any context you want to put it, stereotypes are dangerous. They don't promote unity, and more than ever, Nigeria needs a united front and a united belief system. Let's take a look at social media. The mayor of Anambra says he's talking about the culture of humility and respect that is embedded into many Yoruba people, especially well-trained ones. This culture has been used to control them. It is virtually impossible for a well-trained Yoruba person to be rebellious against an obstacle in an elderly form. Interesting. We'll take another submission. Adeo Mojola says, there is nothing fearful about Yoruba history. Either this one doesn't know history or he should just admit that he's pandering to his Igbo parishioners for reasons that are best known to him. Tim, what do we make of this? When we talk about tribal divisions, it's a very, very sensitive topic, but we must use our platform to sort of talk about how stereotypes aren't great.
What I don't like about it is that it is just a small part of the sermon that was put on social media. That sermon was meant for his congregation. If there was no social media, we wouldn't have heard it. So right now, we can't put that thing in context. So I can't say he was wrong or he was right or this and that, if you look at it from my point of view.
And for Pastor Bolaji's matter, I think that it was taken out of context. He was trying to perhaps pass a message across of do not be afraid, be courageous. But a lot of people decide to ethnicize it, and that's why it went viral.
Now let's talk about Pastor Bolaji. I would say also it was taken out of context, but in the message, he was talking about fear. So let's forget about Igbo and Yoruba, and let's just focus on what he was saying, that we should be fearless.
Yes, I agree with you, but one way or the other, because one thing is that if you look at the context, he's actually, trying to, strengthen the congregation and those who are listening, somebody like us, that listen, you need to conquer your fear, but probably it wasn't really thoughtful enough to have characterized it, using the tribal thingy to explain. So I think if he's watching or if he has seen the backlash, he will definitely think better, in addressing this, in passing this, beautiful message that is, sent to his congregation.
Moving on in a more controversial story, Pastor Bolaji Idowu, the founder of Harvesters Church International, has made headlines.
All right, that's it right there. That's what went down. So, honestly speaking, if I have to give you my candid opinion, I think people are taking the message out of context. And I think I'm sorry, I'm a Yoruba boy. You can say whatever you want. I don't give an F. The people who are actually taking the message out of context the most are the Yorubas. And the people who are celebrating that he said it are the Igbos. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, the Yorubas and the Igbos, they have had this silent rivalry ongoing for the longest. If you agree with me, you can drop a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, drop a 2. It's a fact. The Igbos and the Yorubas, they've always had this silent competition every time. They always have like, oh, the Igbos are better than the Yorubas are better than the Igbos, blah, 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 blah. And I don't blame a lot of people who pander to that rubbish. It's because our fathers from generation to generation, they have kind of passed down this nonsensical rhetorics to their children, and the children continues with it. If not, this shouldn't be taken out of context and now become one big issue. But in Nigeria, if you really want to like derail Nigeria from what's more important, things like dividends of democracy, things like how we can have a better society, if you want to distract Nigerians from that, just throw tribalism or religion rubbish in the mix. Boom, that's it. They will all fall for it. I'm part of Nigeria, so people can say whatever they want to say. I will tell you how I say it. Pastor Bolaji himself that made that comment, he's talking from a place of lack of discernment. Yes. And don't come for me. I'm looking at it. What is his age? Let me even see. Because I know age is another problem in Nigeria. Let me see. Pastor Bolaji Idowu age. How old is he? He's 45 years old. He's even I even senior himself. Pastor Bolaji spoke from a place of lack of discernment. If you are his member and the thing verse you, no verse, I will have to say it. You live in a country like Nigeria, you are preaching in a country like Nigeria, and you know you have the camera on your face all the time, and you are streaming to almost all platforms. If you're going to say some things, you must be aware of the environment. You have to activate your social intelligence and ask yourself, how would people receive this message? And the worst part, the short clip they put out there, I don't think this dude even have time to watch the short clip before he approves it. I don't think so. All right. So the problem is what he said was not made from a place of let me place one tribe above the other. What he said was not made from a place of let me downgrade the Yoruba people. No, he was just trying to motivate his congregation to be bold. That's all he was trying to do. And when we say fear, it also depends on the context to which he was discussing fear. A simple Google search will tell you the meaning of fear. Just do a simple Google search. What is fear? And Google will show you that fear is a fundamental human emotion characterized by the anticipation or awareness of danger, often accompanied by feelings of anxiety and distress. It serves as a survival mechanism, alerting individuals to potential threats and prompting them to react in ways that ensure safety. Fear can be triggered by real or imagined dangers and can manifest in various forms, from mild apprehension to intense terror. Now, in which context is Pastor Bolaji Ido talking about fear? From my understanding of that message, I think he's talking about fear in terms of taking risk, in terms of when it comes to business, when it comes to advancing in life. I think that's what he's talking about. I think he's talking about, hey guys, look, you have to be bold. Don't overthink everything. Don't be too cautious. A lot of people are very cautious in Nigeria. And if he was talking about fear in terms of threat to life, it's a different context entirely. So now people are misinterpreting his message. They were coming from their tribal bigotry angle to analyze it. But listen, there is nothing wrong in what he said when it comes to progressing in life. And when he called out the Yoruba race, for those who are wise, they will understand what he was saying in terms of how Yoruba approach issues. Now, if you ask me as Benoriu, I will tell you the Yorubas are not fearful people. And I'm not saying that to appease my Yoruba brothers or sisters. It's just the reality. In fact, if you look at fear generally as it applies to Nigeria, the 80% of Nigerians are fearful people. If we are talking in terms of let us face our challenges, let us confront our leaders, let us hold our leaders responsible for their actions and inactions, the entire Nigeria are fearful people. 80%. Yes, I said it. We saw what's going on in Kenya. We saw what's going on in Togo. We saw what's going on in other African countries. And if you look at the way our politicians and leaders can easily steal money with impunity, the way our leaders don't have any value for human life. Yes, The entire Nigeria, okay, man, not say entire. 80 to 90% of Nigerians are very scared. And I don't blame them. When you have a government that doesn't respect the rights of the people, you can't even protest. Even this Tinubu regime now is the worst when it comes to protest. We've had leaders, military leaders who came as political leaders. And people still protest under their administration. But in this Tinubu administration, this is where you can see the government making conscious effort to clamp down on protesters. People who are arrested. I saw Sowore the other day on a TV station, and Sowore was saying those about 10 people who were arrested during the End Bad Governors protest, they are still in jail. In fact, they adjourned their case until like maybe 5 or 4 months away now. For what? So people are scared. People, they fear for Nigeria. So if we look at fear within the context of insecurity, if we look at fear within the context of freedom of speech, yes, all Nigerians, they fear. It's not just Yoruba thing. But if we have to come to what Pastor Bolaji was saying about Yoruba people, he didn't just put it in the right words. The way he said it, it makes it sound like, oh, so you are pandering to your Igbo congregation. You are saying Igbo people are better than us. Or more, they don't drag and tire, which I think he deserves it. Because if you say you are a pastor, you know more than everybody. You can climb the pulpit, turn on your mic, and say whatever you want to say. Then you should be ready when people come for you. The way he said it, starting with Yoruba, there is something wrong with your tribe. That is you calling out an entire race in a country. But if you look at it from a pastor congregation perspective, if you look at it from the angle of a pastor who is trying to motivate his people to do better, to be bold, to take risk, to hustle and better their lives, he is not lying, but he wouldn't have generalized it because still within the Yoruba race, there are a lot of people who are not afraid of shit. And for those who are doing comparison between Igbo and Yoruba, I'm going to say this now. You know, I have Yoruba friends, I have Igbo friends. If it vex you, now you and your cup of tea, I will say my own. I've been privileged to be born and raised as a Yoruba boy, and I've been privileged to live, do business, work with Igbo people. What I'm telling you right now, I don't give a shit how anybody feel about it if you want to apply tribal bigotry. The reality is this: the Yorubas are not fearful people. They are just being conscious. The Yorubas like to weigh possibilities. The Yorubas are the type of people you will say they took calculated risk. Now, do we have Yorubas who are not bold? Do we have Yorubas who are overconscious? Do we have Yorubas who are overthinkers? Do we have Yorubas who read unnecessary meaning to some things they should have done in order to cash out, like in terms of business? Yes. Do we have the same set of people with this quality in the Igbo race? Yes. I serve in the East. I live in the East for 1 good year. And I saw it all. And in fact, it was after I went to serve in the East, that is when I came to the realization that our forefathers have done a lot of dangerous things to us as Nigerians. They've told us on both sides, they've told us stories that somehow pinch us against each other. Stories that somehow make the Yorubas and the Igbos to stay in this stupid competition that doesn't lead anybody to anywhere. The Yoruba sides, they will tell you, Igbo, ma trust some Igbo, don't trust the Igbos. So the Igbos are criminals. They are ritualists. Don't trust them. They will swindle you. They can lie. On the Igbo side, their forefathers told them, oh, the Yorubas are betrayers. Don't listen to them. They are betrayers. They are very afraid. They are lazy. They passed down all these stupid, toxic messages down to the people. And that is what we are dealing with today. And yet, the moment we both step out of that geographical, how do they call them for politics? People with the verse that geographical, is it encapsulation or something? There's a way they used to call it. Contraption, yes. The moment you leave that Nigerian land, you go abroad, you and this same Igbo will be working together. You and Yoruba will work together. Una no go get issue. Una go do business together. Una no go get issue. But the moment it comes to issue bordering on Nigeria, Igbo, I trust Igbo, yeah. I trust Igbo with Iyamiri. And then the Igbos will look at the Yorubas, see the mumu. Yoruba no get sense. I will tell you guys right now, I'm a Yoruba boy. I have a lot of Igbo friends, and I don't give a fuck about how anybody feel about it. If you are an Igbo and you look at me, say I be Yoruba boy, and you say I be mumu, F you. And if you are a Yoruba, you look at an Igbo person and you just conclude that this person is a criminal, F you. Yes, I said it. For what? What are we dragging for? This stupid rhetoric is the reason Nigeria is in the state it is right now. When it comes to politics, all the politicians have to do is to activate our tribal bigotry. To just say one stupid thing, and then we enter our element. When it comes to politics, all the politicians have to do is to come to you that you are Yoruba and say, whoa, Igbo, ma rule. Your Igbo go come be our president. Are you a bastard? You don't finish. That is it. Once they tell a Yoruba man, or not all, and I'm so glad that people are waking up now. But that is what they have been using all this while. Once they tell a Yoruba person, how dare you, Omo Igbo, you go come let Omo Igbo rule us. Well, I don't come. Now, whether the Yoruba where you won't vote for, whether that Yoruba will stifle the living daylight out of you, it doesn't matter again. Whether your children will not go to good school, whether you won't have access to go to good health, it doesn't matter. Igbo must not get there any. And then the Igbos will tell themselves. They will go to their own people too. They will say, oh, you want to go vote for Yoruba? You dey craze? And no fear. You want to vote for Yoruba? Mumu Yoruba, may Yoruba come be your leader. You don't finish. I see you, Simbi and Uncle Dayo. I don't want to argue because this is a rant. I want anybody that have issue with this, I want them to come for me. So that's why I don't want to argue right now. When I move to the next segment, I will argue. The moment the Igbos, they tell their own people, you want to vote for Yoruba? Mumu Yoruba? I know fear. You don't finish. The next thing, go to Twitter, go to Facebook. Bam! You don't cause fire. They don't fire each other. Omo Igbo, Yoruba Nankpogi. What kind of foolishness going on in Nigeria? And at the end of the day, the question I always ask people is this: what really matters? That's the question I always ask people. What really matters? Is it you and your family that really matters? Or is it the politicians that don't know you, that is selling this tribal bigotry to you, that really matters? There are some people in Nigeria right now that ever since President Tinubu came in and he started all this reform, and let me tell you, if you don't like him, you don't like him. Many of the reforms Tinubu is bringing in, those reforms are necessary. I'm an obedient. Some of the reforms Tinubu is introducing, I will expect Peter Obi to do the same thing. The tax reform Tinubu just brought in now, I will expect Peter Obi to do the same thing. Removal of subsidy, yes, Peter Obi should do the same thing. Is the execution right? No. The execution did not think about the poor masses. That is the bone of contention. But yet, if you see a Yoruba man right now, there are some few Yoruba people that even though since Tinubu came in, life has become terrible for them. Inflation is skyrocketing, is up there. Insecurity is all over the place. There are some Yoruba now that don't care. Even though their own life is in danger, they don't give an F. Just because say, my tribes one they there, that's okay for them. Whether they loot the entire country or the entire country get bombed down or headsmen or terrorists, so they buy everybody, it doesn't matter. That we did there, our Yobani. That is the mentality of some people. I know these are realities that people can stand. I'll talk if it vex you, attack me, no wala. I don't get issue with you, but I will say my own mind. The same thing goes to the Igbos. Yes. When Tinubu win, the first set of people that I saw, it's still there, the video is still there online. The first set of people, Jega announced Tinubu in the middle of the night. By 12 o'clock the first day, the first set of people where I see, where they sing, where they catch him, now Igbo people. I am mad that we shall stand. Say, hey, what's going on here? So, as Nigerians, we have a lot of problems. And if we have to fix those problems, one of the demons we have to confront is tribal bigotry. Let's stop being triggered anytime your tribe is mentioned. I saw what my brother, Uncle Dayo, posted in our backstage when I shared the topics, and I said, please make me choose which one. Uncle Dayo, like, Uncle Ben, this topic hot, don't touch it too. If you have to touch it, you have to be careful. You know why? Uncle Dayo is right. Because everybody is so freaking. Even this one where they talk for here now. Some people go here and they go down the verse now. Say, how dare you say this about Igbo? How dare you say this about Yoruba? Please, my brothers and sisters, use your brain. At the end of it all, who matters is you. It's not your tribe. It's not who is the president. It's not, this person. No, what matters at the end of it all is you. So finally, on Pastor Bolagi Ido, the message he was passing that people misinterpreted is simple. Pastor Bolagi Ido is simply telling his Yoruba congregations that, hey, guys, you got to know when to be bold. You got to take risk when you are supposed to take risk. I have a lot of story to even tell. There are many of my Yoruba brothers and sisters that sometimes when I look at their situation, I just shake my head and say, Kushegbeni. Because of the way their mindset has been wired. When it comes to making money, when it comes to hustling, there are lots of Yorubas that it will take the grace of God for them to open their eyes and see opportunities in front of them and go grab it. And yet, there are millions of Yorubas, thousands to millions of Yorubas, that they are like anaconda when it comes to hustle and business. Oh, yes. They are making it big. So that statement by Pastor Bolagi Ido, he didn't think well before he said it. I know Yoruba men and women will be say, when it comes to business, they be jugunu. If you know what jugunu is, if you used to watch in their movies, like, they will clear you out when it comes to business. You can't stand with them. And for those who are doing comparison between Igbo and Yoruba, again, I've lived with both tribes. The difference between the hustling of Igbo and Yoruba is simple. I'll give you an analogy. Let's say government ban a product. If government say, oh, this goes, okay, rice, make una no bring rice come. Custom, make una seize this rice and everything. And yet, because of our bribery and corruption disease, we all know that when you bring that rice, reach border, the custom officers, they go collect bribe. So this is how Igbo and Yoruba approach issues like that. An Igbo man will come to that border with 10 trailers, 10, 18 wheelers of rice. He go negotiate with the boss. Boss, one day, this trailer where I bring now, that is 100 million consignment. Biko, you allow me pass. How much make I give you? Now 100 million. Okay, Biko, I will wire you 5 million, make I pass. Customer guy will say, no, you have to give us 10 million. Boom. Igbo man will give her 10 million. The entire 10 trailer, 18 wheelers, they go pass. Yoruba man will do the same thing. But this is how Yoruba man approaches it. Instead of Yoruba man to line up 10 18 wheelers, Yoruba man will show up with just one truck. He has 9. He will come with one truck. He will negotiate on the basis of that one truck. He will get that one truck cleared. He will go back and bring the other one. He will clear it. One by one, he will clear the entire 10 trucks. Now, what are the difference? For you that you happen to be at the border that day and you saw 10 trucks of rice being cleared by one Igbo man, what comes to your brain is, hey, Omoina, Odogu, hey, Odogu, he don't lad, Monina Wata, you go to hail him. Yeah, oh, my here, that's my Igbo. 10 truck, clear and fire. Then when you see that Yoruba man show up with one truck, Yoruba people can fear. Yoruba people no get mind at all. He bring just one truck. That is how Yorubas move. The Yorubas are very cautious. The Yorubas don't take unnecessary risk. They take calculated risk. Now, let's say you get to that border and the custom people then say, this is not going to happen. The custom man will confiscate all the 10 trucks from the Igbo man. But by the time that Yoruba man reach there with one truck, if they say, no, you're not coming in, the government has said that. Guess how many trucks they will confiscate? They will confiscate just one truck. The Yoruba man will not say, I still get 9 where they save. But here is the difference between Yoruba and Igbo. Now, that Igbo man, that Igbo businessman, when they confiscate 10 trucks from, you go take say the man no go do the business again, Abi. Forget. So far, the profit where did that business make sense? Nah, my brother is going back next week. This time when my brother go back, 10 truck una confiscate. This time my brother is coming with 20 trucks. So, if you understand what I said, that's fine. If you don't get it, it's okay. But please, for those of us in this generation now, let's put that nonsensical mindset of, oh, Yoruba don't like Igbo, Igbo don't like Yoruba, oh, Yoruba are betrayer, they are lazy people, oh, I'm Igbo native. Let's get away with that crap. It won't take you nowhere. When you open a business, it's not your family members that will patronize you. If you go to Lagos, go to Onitsha, go to everywhere. When you open your business for trade, any tribe will come and buy from you. If you are a Yoruba man, you live in places like Lagos, when you build houses and you want to rent it out, it's not only your Yoruba people that will rent it. Everything circulates in the economy. We need each other. The politicians have used this thing over the years and it works for them. That is why you see them, they are very, very rich. And the rest of us, we are sitting, government, they don't give us light. Man, let me just let it go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take about Pastor Bolaji Ido. I hope the pastor give himself brain. I hope he think twice before he open his mouth and talk. I'm not being disrespectful to him. I just think that he did not use wisdom when he made that statement. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us move on to the next one. All right. Hey, Simbi, what's up? How you doing?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Simbi. How are you doing? How is everybody? All right. I know you guys cannot leave comment on Uncle Beno's channel. But it's the channel. I don't know what happened. Maybe after the show, I will check it and see what went down. But then, because of that, I'm streaming the same thing on Trends Reality. So for the people that I may highlight their comment, these are people who are actually watching from Trends Reality. So I'm sorry for that. It's not my fault. I don't know. Maybe it's the communication between StreamYard and YouTube. But we'll get that sorted out. Mr. Dayo, how are you doing, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. And how are you, sir? I hope everything is okay.
Oh, everything is fine. Thank you very much. Let me appreciate everybody here. Oh wow, people don't play to you. Sister Rose, how are you doing? Sister Bingpe, how are you, my sister? Thank you. Didi. Luke, everybody, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sister Marriott, you're welcome. All right. Sorry, that first segment, I don't want to involve anybody. I don't want anybody to say anything because I know Nigeria, we are not there yet. We are not at that point where we begin to focus on ourselves and forget about tribalism. So that's why I don't want to add either Simbi or Uncle Dayo. All right. Mr. Barrow is saying that my phone reported to HR. Please no. All right. let's talk about Two-Face Idibia. I don't even see that in your video. So make I see if I go see him again. I have a question. Please help me make it make sense. Two-Face Idibia. Do you think Two-Face is in his rightful mind lately? Simbi and Uncle Dayo, let me just ask the two of you first. Two-Face, do you think that guy is in his rightful mind?
Subscription. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Dayo.
As of this afternoon or so, I saw it somewhere that he has apologized about that statement. But as at that time, I don't think it was in his right state of mind. Because the same thing he said of recent, he said it on this show that they did when he was still married to Annie Dibia. He said it also in that show. This same comment that he made, that men are not wired to be doing kerewa with only one woman. So he repeated it again on this other podcast. So it was never, after that first one, people said that because it was a bit tipsy. But this time around again, he repeated it again. So, but he has come out again to come and apologize. So I think it's like the guy is always on and off. When it's off, he say some things that are not right. Then when he come back to his senses, he'll come out to come and apologize again. But for this one, it was not in his right senses. Thank you, sir.
Oh. Hello, I won't say he's not in his right senses. I think that is who he is. But before I go into it, let me hear from Simbi. Simbi, what's your take?
I think he knows what he's doing. That's who he is, like you just said. The first time he made that statement on that reality show, and now he's repeating the same thing. So, and we can see from his previous marriage with Annie that he was never faithful to her. He was always jumping around with either baby mamas or any other woman he's close to. So yeah, that's his nature. He knows what he's doing. There's no such thing that he's not in his right senses. He knows what he's doing. That's who he is. So any woman who chooses to get married to him should be ready to see the other side. Like he said, men are created to have multiple sex partners. So he knows what he's doing. That's my opinion.
All right, thank you. So basically, just to be candid, in my own opinion, Two-Face is just being Two-Face. Two-Face is who he is. And let me shock you. there are still many men who thinks like Two-Face in Nigeria. There are still many men like that. Just because they don't come out publicly and say it, don't think that, oh wow, why Two-Face good? A lot of men in Nigeria thinks like Two-Face. And to give him some grace, what he said, that is who he is. That's why I always tell women that men will tell you their mindset, their expectation. But you, woman, where you they hear and now you no one believe him. And from what Two-Face said, I think I already saw why his marriage to Annie never works. And I think I already saw why Annie was going crazy over him. Two-Face is the type of person you will look at. You look at his appearance, his demeanor, calm, easygoing, talking, hey now. And you think, oh, wow, this guy is cool. I like him. But yet, he's still a man. He still believes in what he believes in. People just don't take people for what they are. It's just like when I tell people that, look, I'm a traditional man. Some people will still look at me like, how would you say that in time and age? Why would you say you are a traditional man? That is old school. No, why would it? But my sisters, this is what I continue to tell you guys all the time. When a man said, this is who I am, and you think it is wrong, you cannot think like that. That is not you. That is barbaric. Guess who's going to get hurt at the end of the day? Now you. Because this guy is being honest now, telling you, this is my reasoning. This is how I see life. This is how I believe things should be done. You are there. You sabi, you know everything. Now you be managing director of morality. Now you know what did right, what did they wrong. Oh no, it can't be you. It can't, auntie. He don't tell you who him be. It is left to you to decide if you want that or not. If you say because of money, because of his appeal, because of what people will say, and you shook your head, you go collect. Now, if you are a prayerful woman, you feel pray for coconut head. Maybe after 3, 5, or 10 years, if he finally change you, but all the emotional ABU, well, now they shout up and down, you go, don't collect and tire. So for me, Two-Face made this statement the first time. People criticize him. Why will he say that? How dare he say that? Two-Face made the same statement the second time. And he came out to apologize. And you still don't believe him? Well, sorry, go. You are on your own. So please, drop your take in the chat. We're going to read some comment to round this up. But here is Two-Face apologizing. The apology itself, I don't understand them. It don't make no sense. Let me just pray.
I'm sorry to my wife, the love of my life, Natasha. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's wonderful, smart. I'm so sorry. And also to my kids, man. Beautiful young people. I don't deserve this kind of thing that I put them into. I'm Two-Face DBR. I'm too Baba. And I've been fortunate enough to have achieved a whole lot. I've been fortunate enough to have people look up to me. I've been fortunate enough to have people calling me a legend. It's an honor. But this my talk was quite unlegendary. It was unlegendary. And for me, man, I own up to my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I own up to my mistakes. I know I'm going to get cancelled. I'm going to pay the heavy consequence, heavy price. But I just must express myself. Something that I thought just Jay-Z would look at it like who's like to spark up something. But the amount of response that I get has let me see how much people love me, how much people love and respect me. For me to not just use one stupid statement to cancel everything. That's not who I am.
Really?
I'm sorry.
All right. I don't even know where to start the poll. These two faces are very confused human being. Hey, Sister Chinye, how you doing? Antonia, my sister, how are you? Welcome. All right. First off, let us ask this question, and maybe we can. Two-face matter don't tire me, I swear to God. But let's just go from here. Do you understood what this apology is all about? Anybody understand what this apology mean? I beg, make una help me. Simbi, what is he apologizing for?
Boss, I just watched the video and all I can say is this video is dropping my IQ. Like, I can't deal. He's not making any sense.
So
He's
you
not
don't know
making
what
any
he's
sense.
apologizing about, right?
I don't know. I think he's just making this statement to maybe make Natasha feel better or say, "Oh, my dear wife, I'm remorseful. I'm repentant. I shouldn't have said that," and all of that. This guy is okay. He knows what he's doing. Everybody's saying he's not okay. Are you kidding me? Why is it that when a man is doing something wrong, people say he's not okay? If it's a woman, will you guys say she's not okay? He's okay. He knows what he's doing. This is his nature. And that apology is just damage control. It's nothing more than that.
But what is he apologizing for? I beg people in the chat, make una help me. Let me even drop
Like
the
I
link.
said, he's trying to make Natasha feel better because he knows he has messed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
apologizing to Natasha. He's not apologizing to Nigerians. Is that
Oh
is
my
that
God.
what you say?
Does Baba look like he cares about anybody's opinion?
Okay.
Doesn't
All
care.
right. All right. No wahala. If you know what Two-Face is apologizing for, drop one in the chat. If you are confused like me, that you don't know the meaning of this apology, I beg, drop two. May we do this one sharp. Make I start all this comment first before we come back to them. Sister Rose, why now? Sister Rose, say, oh yeah. Sister Rose, why are you like this? Oh yeah, help my career. If you know why Two-Face apologize, what exactly the apology stands for, drop a one
He
in
only
the
wants
chat.
Natasha to kick him out of the house. You know, these days women kick men out of the house, right?
And I'm
So that's
thinking,
part of it.
and I'm
And you
also
know
thinking that
Natasha is
Natasha is the one holding the camera here. I'm thinking Natasha is the one holding the camera.
because how are you making an apology and you're not looking into the camera, bro? You know what you're doing.
Okay. Oh yeah. Where is your vote? Do you know what he apologized for? If you know what he apologized for, drop one. If you don't know the meaning of the apology, drop two. So Sanusi Desola said two. Okay, Comfort I agree two. Me, I don't know the meaning of this apology. But anyway, from the camera angle, Natasha is the one who is recording this video of him. You know, Natasha is almost as tall as Two-Face. So if you look at the camera angle, Natasha they record them anyway. Big busy Two-Face matter tire me. The sister did the two. Antonia said two. So Juliet 2, Zainab 2. Okay, Sister Chinye 2. Thank God. Thank God. I am not sick. I didn't say Nami something they wrong with. All right. See, let me ask one other question and then we can move away from Two-Face and his dramas. All right. Two-Face said men are created to have multiple sex partners. Do you agree that many Nigerian men still thinks like this? If you agree a lot of Nigerian men thinks like this, drop a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, drop a 2. Do you agree that many Nigerian men still thinks like this, that men have the right to have multiple sex partners even while they are married? I think a lot of, not just Nigeria, a lot of African men, they won't say it outrightly, but they believe that, okay, because that popular saying that men are polygamists in nature, I think this is where it applies. Men are polygamists in nature. Anybody that says men are polygamists in nature, they are simply reiterating what Two-Face said. If you say men are polygamous in nature, you are simply saying men are created to have multiple sex partners. That is my own understanding. So, do you agree that many African / Nigerian men believe what Two-Face said? All right, let's try this our small poll real quick, because this is the only way I can make sense of what Two-Face is saying. So if you believe many African men still thinks like this, drop 1. If you think no, it's just Two-Face and few of his WhatsApp group, drop 2. AJ said 2. Sister Shinye said it's a hot ass mess. You know, I told you guys that Sister Chinye now they spoil me. Now from Sister Chinye, they learn all this American crossword. Sister Chinye and Sister Rose, now the two of them they teach me American crossword. See now, Sister Chinye said it's a hot ass mess. All right, Sister Rose say 1. Uncle Dio said 1. Comfort 1. Chinye 1. Staro said most of them do worldwide. Antonia said 1. Juliet 1. AJ 1. My boss, 1 man. Jesus, bro, how you there, sir? 1 man said 3. Undecided. So 1 man, you are why now? All right, Mr. Dio, what's your take on that one, sir? Do you agree that there are still many Nigerian men who think like that?
You know, even our tradition supports some of that narrative, because cool man believes that he can have more than 1 wife.
Right.
You know, what our forefathers were doing, they always marry more than 1 because of their family and because of their businesses that they do. They want their wives to be in charge of some of this family and their produce. So the reason why they normally go out to marry more than 1 wife, just for them to be able to expand. And then to them, it's a sign of affluence that you can marry more than 1 wife. Now also, but that mentality has been carried down from generation to generation. But of late, because of the advent of Christianity and some Western illumination and some Western education, men are now seeing things differently. Men are now realizing that no, it's supposed to be one man, 1 wife. And that has really changed a lot. But in general, as you said, sir, many people still have that mentality in the background of their minds, but they cannot express it. So when Two-Face came out to say it, he's actually expressing the mind of many men, but that is not the mindset of everybody. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Dio, let me mute you first. Okay. Yeah, so Two-Face is simply saying what many men harbors in their mind. Not all men, but there are still many men who feel like, yes, now I'm a man, nothing is wrong. if I have multiple sex partner, so far I love you. Because there are you got to understand the context in which Two-Face explains that. I don't want to play that video because I don't know the policy of that new Nedu podcast. So, but here is the thing. Two-Face said, love is in the heart. You love one woman, there is somebody that is so special to you. It did your heart. But as a man, men are created to have, sometimes you feel so men are created. And Two-Face also said something that I like. I think I've mentioned that on this platform before. Two-Face said, sometimes you get tired as a man. You get tired of, being with one person. Now, I'm going to say it. Me, my sisters and brothers say, me, I would say my mind. That's why I'm Uncle Beno. Many men get tired of their wife. When you don't deal with one woman for very long, not get tired of her in terms of every other thing, but when it comes to Kiriwa, sometimes the energy go dey low, that spark. This is the same person you've been with over and over again, but we have to be honest with ourselves. Just like you as man, after being with a woman for very long, you get tired of eating that same jollof rice. Just know, say the woman too is tired of eating or licking that same ice cream. Yes. That's just what you should understand. But if anybody comes out and put up this argument, why would you say that? Why would you say you are tired? You are tired of your wife. Hey, it's your wife. What? Men get tired. That's why we continue to preach maturity. That's why we continue to preach friendship and companionship. That's why we continue to say that you guys must make sure there is happiness in your home. That's why we continue to say that you must make sure your marriage is your marriage is fine-tuned in a way that you have so many things that can cover up for kerewa. So if maybe a week, 2, 3, kerewa no happen, you guys are still smiling, you are still happy. Yes. So my brothers, for those who might think, the man is tired, that's why I want to try another thing. Ask yourself, do you think the woman is not tired of your black ass? You think the woman is not tired of eating the same thing where she know the size, she know the width, she know everything about it? You think that she's not tired of dealing with your energy all the time? Which time you want to wait she will and never do tired? She is tired too. But using the argument of, men are created to have multiple sex, and that defeated, my friend. I won't subscribe to that and I won't preach that. What I will encourage everybody is, please don't step out on your wife just because a man now. I've always said this: if you believe in having multiple women, convert from Christianity to Islam. Islamic religion allow you to marry at least up to 4 wives. And those who practice Islam, they no go tell me say adultery no dey involved in Islam, because if you marry the first wife, you think of say you want to marry the second wife. Definitely you go meet the second wife first, and I go don dey talk, and I go do one thing or the other before you say, okay, make I marry her, I think I like her. So, but please, as a man, if you want follow Two-Face path, convert to Islam. Islam allow for multiple women. Now, in the defense of Two-Face, I think Two-Face is just coming from a place of irresponsibility and lack of human emotions. I think Two-Face is coming from the place of a man who want to eat his cake and have it. It's coming from a place that, you supposed to know now, I be man now. You supposed to know, say, sometimes I have to step out now. It doesn't mean I don't love you. I love you. It's coming from that angle. So, but now, it is what it is. It is what it is. This Natasha, people have been saying that Natasha go show and Pepe. Natasha no go show am nothing. By the time dude start moving mad again, Natasha will be crying so much. Natasha will be crying so much that she can't even have the energy to say she want to fight. Remember when we analyzed their case previously, I said something brought those two together. Either they drink together or they smoke together. You can tell that their relationship is based on some kind of foundation. So I wish them good luck. Thank you everybody for your contribution. Didi said, I'm with you at UB. My hubby can have enough of me because we bring different dishes almost every night. Kama Sutra is very necessary for married couples. Didi, I salute you, Gary. Man, no go tell you saying tired, shy anyway. You can't tell your woman, say, babe, I'm tired of your quickos. No, you can't say that. That is stupid. That is rubbish. The only thing we pray for as man is let the spark always be there. Let the energy always be there. In our ongoing series, How to Be a High Valued Married Man, I think Uncle Dayo and I will get to a place where we're going to tell you guys how to go about sex. Sometimes there is something called compulsory kerewa in marriage. Yeah, both husband and wife do it. There are times your husband is not in the mood and your body is on fire. The man will just step up to do what he got to do. You say what, Uncle Dayo? Hello, Uncle Dayo.
I said confirm.
Yeah? So
what you said is confirmed, sir. What you said is confirmed.
Yeah. So people just have to understand how all this thing works. So it's part of what make you a high valued man, so that whenever your wife needs it, you are there to perform. And don't dare do it like that move, make I just move. No, it's rubbish. So you pray for energy so that the energy is there and you can do that. Because there are times that your woman don't even want anybody to touch you. I don't hear this one well before. When woman go touch, say you get time where they no one make anybody touch them. But still, as the husband, your John Thomas say, here I come, I stand gidigba. The woman will still give it to you. It's part of marriage. All right, that's it about Two-Face. The last part of this conversation today is gonna be our conversation surrounding all these healthcare workers. All right. The last thing I have on the screen about Two-Face, sorry, I almost forgot. Two-Face say Annie is amazing, but she don't know what I wanted. That's another thing I can deduce from his statement on that podcast. And that led me to ask now, make I quickly ask Simbi and Uncle Dayo. What is it that Nedu give these people that whenever they go on his platform, now so they talk like wish where they confess? Simbi, Nedu na your brother. What did Nedu they give these people?
He doesn't give them anything. He's corny with the way he asks his question, plus it's not scripted. So, and you know, when you're not prepared for something, you can just end up spilling things that you're not supposed to, say at the end of the day, and you end up embarrassing yourself. Unfiltered. They just continue to talk. Whatever comes to their head at the moment. There is this flow that comes with expressing yourself when you know that, oh my God, everybody's listening, all eyes on me. I need to impress these people. You just keep
Right.
talking like that. So yes. The flow actually puts them in trouble.
Okay. And one thing Ledu is doing that I really hate, I'm not gonna lie. Ledu is into the habit of trending with the guest, using the guest to trend to promote the platform. That is wrong. If you are doing podcast or you have a show and you are inviting people to become your guest, if your strategy is to get them to say things that will go viral, things that will bring you a lot of views and tarnish the image of your guest, let me just tell you right now, that your show no go last. That your show no go last. Something will happen that all the money you think you are making, it will all vanish. That is not how to do things. As a podcaster, as an interviewer, your primary goal is to protect your guest. Now, unless it's a political platform where you want to hold people accountable, that is when you can just throw caution to the wind and ask them questions that will expose them. But because you want views and everything, even sometimes when you know that your guests, they are saying things that may bring backlash, you have to step in as a host. You can either change the direction the conversation is going just to protect them. So Nedu is doing a lot of stupid things to his guests that I don't like, and he's showing in his character. Dude is shady. As much as I wanted to support him, that attitude just made me, I just turned away from him. It's not good. Okay, now let's move on to this healthcare people's drama. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last segment for today's show. This one, I really don't want to say much, but I just felt within me that this issue must be addressed. Maybe we can still save some of our brothers. Lately, I see this Sister Chinyi and Mario comment. Pardon me, please. Simbi, can you read the comment, please?
Okay.
Okay.
He's saying, Beno, you cannot put that on Nedu. Are you serious? Your guests should have PR that will teach them how to interview. The host job is to get info that is needed as a host.
All right. I honestly agree with you, my sister. I honestly agree with you. But each platform gets their own format and all that. And what I've seen over and over again is that if you want to grow your platform, bring quality guests, have conversations that bring values to people, and ensure there is entertainment in it. Your platform will grow naturally. But if you want to go faster, controversy sells, At least because of Two-Face now, a lot of people have known the new podcast where they do day now, right? But after, Two-Face now have to come out and start apologizing now. What do you think that will do to the brand, my sister? So that's what I'm saying. Now, a reasonable person will not go to that podcast. Will just be like, no. They are looking for what's the trend. So it won't work. And that's the difference between a professional and a non-professional. Daddy Freeze is the host of Honest Bush now. Mark my words. Daddy Freeze will be professional all through on that show. I can stake a bet on that. And why Daddy Freeze go back to his own platform, he will be unprofessional. So I agree with you, Sister Chinye, but I just feel like Nedu should change his format. Nedu is ruining people with that format, and that is not right. Sometimes your guests can say some things, and you can rephrase your question to help them clarify what they say. And especially when you have somebody who is not eloquent, like Two-Face, you have to help them. I've seen a lot of people do this, and anytime they do that, I frown at it. When people come across a guest or maybe panelist who are not as fluent as what the word defined as fluent now, what they try to do, they can either sometimes take the words apart or ask them questions that can get them in more trouble with the viewers. Now, as a platform owner, you got to ask yourself after the show, what have I done to this person? Does it make me look good? And at the end of the day, you want more people to come to that platform. So your job should be to try as much as possible to protect them. That's just what I'm saying. But as for what people say on platform, they are supposed to caution themselves, really, especially a superstar. I remember Honey Babe spoke about why the Nigerians not using public relation officers. I don't know. They are just crazy in Nigeria. So I agree with you, Sister Chinye, but I'm just saying from what I have observed over the years, when you ridicule people on your platform, you are not on their side, they will stop coming, and then others who are watching, they will also notice who you are. It's the same thing all over the world, even right here in America. There are a lot of people that will go to Fox News, they will never go to CNN. And there are millions of people that will appear on CNN, they will never go to Fox News because of their method. So that's just what I was saying, my sister. But thank you, Sister Chinye, for pointing that out. Mario said, but the guests know where they are going. They want to tell the they want to tell the truth and go viral. Exactly. Now Two-Face is so confused. Now I even pity her when I see that apology video. Anyway, let's quickly address this healthcare worker situation. Ooh. All right. In UK, healthcare workers, especially African healthcare workers, they are going to jail anyhow. It's happening here in America, but I think the rate at which those in the UK are being jailed is higher than what I've observed here in America. What is wrong? Please, for anyone who is watching from UK who want to help us chime in on this one. What is wrong? Is it that these workers are not trained or they don't understand the protocol of the facility where they work? I've seen these healthcare workers commit the 3 cardinal crime. I call them crime because if you work in the healthcare, these 3 offenses, you shouldn't commit them at all. And I think Sister Rose, Dr. Adama, or even social workers, everybody that work in the healthcare, if you work in Canada, US, and in the UK, you will know the 3 cardinal offense you must not commit. You must not commit at work. So for the benefits of those who are watching now, who are still planning to go to UK, Canada, or US, please listen. This will help you when you get there. The 3 offense you must not be found wanting in healthcare. There are many, plenty, but the major one you should bear in mind, even when you sleep, when you dream, is called ANE. ABUSE. That's abuse, neglect, and exploitation. ANE. Let me type it out so that people go feel remember. I don't know what they call it in UK, but since I'm in state of Texas, we call it ANE in Texas. Whenever you are dealing with this resident, please, I take God beg you, always bear these 3 things in mind. Okay? Number 1 is abuse, number 2 is neglect, and number 3 is exploitation. Anytime you are dealing with a patient, always check yourself. What I'm doing with this patient, can it be classified? Can they classify it as abuse, neglect, or exploitation? All the training they're going to give you, like in the state of Texas, if you are hired by the state, I can guarantee you, you are going to spend 4 weeks on training where they will be teaching you the principles, protocols, all the acts, all the laws, all the code of conduct, every freaky thing you will be doing in that facility. You will spend 4 good months going to work every day, and they will pay you. They will pay you good. But every day for 4 weeks, you will be going for training. After that 4 weeks, you will spend another 2 weeks on the floor. They call it floor orientation, where they will pair you with different other workers that will show you the rope, that will show you how they work. That is 6 weeks. 6 weeks of you doing nothing but to learn what it takes for you to perform your job. And yet, Africans, Nigerians, they always found themselves committing these 3 offenses. Either they commit number 1, neglect, or exploitation. The story plenty. I don't even know where to start. The one that perhaps got me to say, let me add this to this show. Let me just show you. I think it's trending right now. Is this woman that was caught on camera. She was caught on CCTV treating the resident as if the resident is not human. Unknown to her, the resident's son has put camera. The guy put camera for the facility. Let me show you. You might have seen the story, but I just wanted to bring it back because I see our people come to abroad with the hope of getting a better standard of living to make money for themselves and their family. They will say they come for greener pasture. That is the video on my screen right now. Let me see if I can make it bold enough for you all to see. Watch what's going on the screen. Just watch. Oh, this one not even show I'm fully saved. Let me see if I can find the other one. The other one showed the whole thing fully. Please, I beg you guys, don't come to America or go to London or go to Canada and end up in jail. And that's why I really want to talk to my own people. Hopefully you're going to learn. I won't even use any medical terminology so that you won't be confused, because I know those who are already nurses and doctors and the like, they already know all these things. But for the benefit of you that you are coming or you just enter and you want to go and do care job, listen and listen good. I will explain in simple terms for you to know the implication of everything you are doing in that facility. When you come here, I know in Nigeria they used to crack jokes. They will say, Emma down one long cook Benny. When they go to abroad, na shit, now they go the now they go the park. Hey, Dr. Adama, you welcome. And when they go to abroad, now old people bought, now they go the wipe. They make fun of Nigerians a lot, and I don't blame them for those who don't know shit. All right? But listen, I'm still gonna do my series Imported Husband because of this, so many lessons people can learn from it. I learned one thing clearly in America. When you come over here, there are job plenty, like say tomorrow no day. But many of those jobs don't pay well. When you come newly, if you find a job, like you come to America and you find a job where they pay you $10 an hour, when you convert that $10 to Nigeria currency, that's going to be like around, based on correct currency, that will be like around 15,600 naira per hour. You will be like, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, what today? See money, I don't blow. Listen, as you are integrating yourself into the environment, you will begin to discover that they are not paying you jack. It's nothing, because your rent alone will eat up that money. Yes. So when you come, many of the jobs that are going to be available to you, because you are starting from scratch, these are the jobs that pay $10, $7, all those nonsensical amount of money. There are some people in New York, that were working and they are being paid $5 an hour. Those people will not get pali. And for those who get pali, depending on the state where you go, many job they will not go pay you well. I remember when I got here, I was looking for HR job. I don't see HR job. I say I must work in office. I cannot go and pack shit. I don't feel clean anybody in yash or anything. I can't go begin check how much they are paying. I found out that bank tellers, as at that time, they were paying bank tellers in Texas $11. Some are even paid $12, the one with the way they pay well. And those jobs comes with a lot of stress and all that. And besides that, they will not hire you because of your accent, your background, and everything. But when you need money and you want to meet up on time, the place you will find a good job is in the healthcare. So as at that time, when they were paying bankers, tellers, and others, when they are paying them $11, $12, they are paying CNA $14 an hour. CNA is what we call them here in state of Texas. I don't know what they call it where you are. And CNA are the people they call care workers in the I don't know, I don't live in UK, but majority of the people that do CNA job, they call them care workers in UK if they are not nurses or doctors. So as at that time, they were paying them $14. Right now, CNA in some facilities, CNAs are being paid $17. Some facilities are paying $18. And if you work in places like California, I think they are paying like $20, $22 for caregivers in California. So another thing is, care job is the easiest job you can find. The easiest. It's the easiest job where there will be no discrimination, where nobody they don't even care whether you can speak English or you can't speak it well. So far, you can provide care. So far, you can help with activities of daily living. So far, they train you and you know how to deliver on your job. That's it. They pay you well. And to make it more fun, there is always overtime in care job. And the overtimes, they pay a time and half. So you can put it in the chat if it is different from where you are coming from. I just wanted to give people background. So they will pay you a time and half. That means that if you are being paid, let's say $15 an hour, anytime you work overtime, they will pay you like $22.5. That is a time and half. So it's so lucrative. That's why a lot of people go for it. And many people are doing that job successfully. Some of them will do the job from there. They will go to school. Some of them will become nurse. Some of them will go to school and have other certification and they are balling. Everybody started with that. And this job is a noble job. Hear me. It's a noble job. It's not a job you go and you expect it will be rosy. No. If you are the type who really don't like people, you can't cope with this type of job. If you are a man that you can't even change your own baby diaper, don't even go near this type of job. It's an honorable job. It's a job that you must truly love people. You must like mankind. It's a job that you must have compassion for you to do it. So how come people are getting into trouble with this job? Let's dive into that real quick. Shout out to you, my sister Mario. Sister Mario said they can't follow rules. True healthcare professionals won't get into trouble like this. Absolutely, 100%, Sister Mario. So please, anybody that has worked in healthcare, whether you are in London or you are in America, please contribute to this topic. Even after I post it, still drop some clues, some advice that can help people. Many of our people are getting into trouble and it's not okay. Like Sister Mario said right there, if you can keep to the rules, you will never get into trouble. Ever since I came to America, I've been working in healthcare. I started like everyone like this, from the grass, CNA, caregiver. I started there. And I know where I am now. And I'm still moving forward. And I know Nigerians, Africans, who have been in healthcare for 30 years. Some have been there 20, 25, 15 years. Even my madam has been in there in now. I think my madam is this 17 or 18 years now. So where she done did there. It's just a matter of understanding the rules and knowing why you are there. Most of these people who are nurses from Nigeria, they don't have the temperament or training to do this job. Absolutely, Sister Marriott. God bless you, ma. That's why I just wanted to point out, why are people getting into trouble? Why? Number one, do not take care job. Don't apply to be a caregiver if you don't like the job. Hello? Simbi, does that clear enough? Make I know whether
Yes, sir. It's clear enough. Yes.
Please, I take God beg you, wherever you are, whether you are in UK, Europe, Canada, or America, do not apply to care job. No matter what they are paying, don't apply for this job if you don't like it. That is why they are getting into trouble. Many Africans, Nigerians that apply for care job, many of them are bankers, directors, business owners. These people are doing fantastically well. Before they sold everything, packed their load and said, I'm relocating to London. Oh, I'm going to UK. I'm going to US. Oh, Canada, here I come. Many of them are doing fine. But the people, whoever they spoke with, they are not telling them the truth about where they are going. By the time they get there, it's already too late to turn back. And that's why I will continue to tell you, no matter who you are in Nigeria, when you come to Western world, you are going to start from the scratch. You are a freaking nobody. As at the time I stop everything I'm doing in Nigeria and I come to the US, I have 3 staff working for me in my business. And you know the way it is when you have staff working for you. You are a boss. I came to America, I became a nobody. I have never been downgraded like that before in my life. But it is what it is. That is how it is for everybody. America is a respecter of nobody until you go to school and you possess their certificate. And even going to school possessing their certificate is not even enough. You have to work twice or even 3 times as good and as better than the Americans themselves before you can begin to see any glimpse of respect from anybody. Please, if I'm lying, drop it in the chat, or if you think you agree with me, drop it, especially those who live abroad. So if you come here, first off, you are a nobody. Nobody's saying your papa, nobody's saying your mama. And now when you start and you go to school and you become somebody, when they hire you, you have to work 3 times more, perform 3 times more, and make sure you are not making no freaky mistake before they can give you anything that looks like recognition. So when it comes to healthcare, I take God beg you, if you know right from wherever you are coming from in Africa, you can't stand it for somebody to be in toilet and even you to they hear the way the toilet they sound. If that irritates you alone, Not to talk about the smells that come from the toilet. Or maybe they bring pikin come your house. The pikin who was, the baby was running around. He begin drop poop everywhere. You can't clean it. He's smelly. Please, don't go and do care job. It is not for you. God will provide another job for you. That's number one. Oh. Number two, if you have temperament issue, if you are easily irritated, if you can't stand it when people say no to you, if you have to give instruction and people refuse it, I know they do, and your next move is to say, are you crazy? Get up. My friend, move. You started getting angry. Care job is not for you in abroad. You will end up in jail. Hello. If people piss you off, if even just check yourself from your own home right now. If anytime your children, you tell them do this, your children say no, they know they do. Your own children know. No. Or you tell them do something, they still decide they don't move. Or you give them food, they mess the whole place off. If they vex you, if they do you like say, you spark them. Don't go near care job. Number three, if you know you cannot separate the human being from the illness that they have, if you can't separate human being from their sickness, don't go and do care job. Because if you go into care job, there are higher chances that you are going to be working with people with dementia. You're going to be working with people with mental challenges. And let me tell you guys this, if you are coming from Africa or you're coming from Nigeria, in abroad, there is nothing like mad people. Make I talk and the way una go understand them. There is nothing like crazy people. There is nothing like that in abroad. Here in the West world, here in America, they value human life. They have done extensive research. They will diagnose somebody with whatever ailment they have. They will identify it. And you cannot treat them on the basis of whatever ailment they are dealing with. I don't know if I'm communicating to you guys. If you are coming from a place like Nigeria, I don't know other part of Africa, I can only relate with my own country. If you are coming from a place like Nigeria, where you simply see people who have mental challenges and you describe them as mad people, don't go and work in care homes when you come to abroad. It doesn't matter whether UK, whether it is Canada or in the US. Because you already have a stereotypical mindset. You already have prejudice about those patients. So don't go near that. Having said all this, let me now add this one more thing for you. If you know that you come to America or Canada or UK and you want to blow within 3 to 4 years, if you know within 3 to 4 years or that you come to this Western world, you want to build mansion in Nigeria, you want to build house within 2-3 years, don't go to care work. Oh, I have my reasons. If you go and work in healthcare centers with that mindset of I have to blow within 2-3 years, you will run into trouble. Those who live in abroad, they will know what I'm talking about right now. You know why? If you are doing a caregiver's job, the salary you are being paid, whatever wages you are being paid, it's not going to be enough for you to even pay your own bill in the country where you are, where you reside. as a caregiver, whatever they are paying you will not be enough for only you to take care of you alone. Now, for you to now live comfortably to the point that you want to take care of your black tax, and then you want to start building mansion, you want to start building everything in your home country. It means that as a caregiver, you are going to work overtime. And the way work is done in Western world, they are not going to cut you a slack. They're not going to say, this person has worked 8 hours before. Now that he's doing overtime, he want to work another 8 hours. We were supposed to give him 7 patients. Let's just give him 3 or 4 because he's doing over. It doesn't apply like that. If you work 8 hours before and you were given 8 residents, if you have to work second shift to do overtime, if you are supposed to have 8 residents, they will still give you that 8 residents. And once you begin to work overtime, in first month, second month, third month, fourth month, and now you are living your life on the basis of that extra income, that overtime that comes in. You are already showing people in your home country that you are balling. Oh, wow, money day. They don't know that you are killing yourself, working 16 hours, busting your ass to make that money. Now, if you start living according to that extra money, you can no longer live overtime alone. You won't have time for yourself. You won't have time to enjoy anything. If you are single, it will be difficult for you to find husband or wife because you don't have time to go to party. You don't have time to go and mix up with people. You're going to be on your phone mostly. You will begin to experience what we call isolation. There will be no friends because the people you are working with at work, you will begin to make another mistakes. What are these mistakes? Because you are cut off from reality. You are cut off from people around you. You are always on your phone, and the people that you are working with, they are the ones you see almost every day. You will begin to mistook them as your friends. Simbi, did I make any sense? Okay, Simbi, no, the Uncle Dio. I don't know whether or not they hear me.
We are hearing you, sir. You make it perfect sense.
All right. So please, my brother, my sister, once you work yourself into that corner of having to depend on overtime to meet all your financial responsibilities, you are hooked. You are hooked. Now, whether the way you set yourself up, yourself up to do 4 overtimes every week, 16 every week. Some people work overtime so much that they can't take a day off. Even on their off day, they are there again working overtime. All these are factors you have to consider. Overtime na disease. Na disease. If you are working as caregiver and overtime is everything that is keeping you moving, you are already heading on a path of destruction. The only time I support overtime is if you are working, you are going to school, and you know that being a caregiver, you already kind of set yourself up that, okay, I will do this caregiver job for 3 years or 4 years until I finish school. It's fine. Go ahead and do it. But if you know you don't have any backup plan like going to school or getting any other certification, all you know to do is to wipe bum every day, wipe bum, help people walk around, feed them, shower them. No certificate, no improvement, no skills, nothing. All you do is overtime. Sooner or later, you go collect. And all this, when you put all of them together, that is the reason why people are ending up in jail in the UK now, and some of them in the US. Because when you are frustrated, sometimes some people are working overtime and they will be walking around like zombie. The case of this woman that is going to jail now, the one I'm showing you on the video, there's a reason why they don't play this full video. I can't even play it too. I don't want American people or London people wahala. What she did, when I look at it as a healthcare worker, All I saw is a frustrated worker. I also saw a worker who cannot separate the sickness from the human. I saw a worker who forgot that she was being paid to be patient. The way she treated this particular resident is wrong. And from this camera angle right now, she walked into a trap. She didn't know there is a camera up there. This camera is something they place on top a shelf in this room. You know, when we're talking about Ifunaya's dad, I say Ifunaya's dad was in a private facility, right? That's the type of facility this man is. You can see he has his own bed, his own chair, bed lamp, everything. His worker. I think he has chef and TV and every other thing there. There is a chef in this room. The children placed the camera on top of that shelf, somewhere hidden, and she walked right into it. She didn't know. One thing I advise people, even our people, when they hire them in my facility, and if I'm in the mood to just, depending on how they present, because some of them come around, that they carry shoulder up. Me too, I don't see anybody. But for those who are friendly and they are just starting, one thing I advise them is this. I would say, if you want to enjoy this work and you don't want to get into trouble, always assume that there is a camera watching you at all times. Many of those facilities now, they have camera. And per facility policy here in Texas, I don't know other places, if you are going to put a camera in a resident's home, you need an approval. You have to notify the facility. You will sign some paperwork and everything. But then, still, some children, they no go tell facility, they go still put camera. And you know what informed them why they usually install camera in their parents' room? Is because they have been hearing complaint. Maybe when they come to check on their parent, they are seeing scratches, bruises on their body. So they already know that a form of ABUS is going on. That's why they are hiding the camera. So my advice to you as Nigerians or Africans, anytime you are walking, always assume that there is one camera that is watching me right now. That's this method with me I use, and that's why I never get any problem. I never get into problem before at my job. From the moment I'm walking into my facility like this, I just assume it don't be part of me now. I just assume say camera, they see everything where they do. Now, because of my time, I will read some comment and I will still give you my final take on this. Simbi, can you read the comment from my sister Binkpe?
Okay, so Sister Bimpe is saying, you've said it all, Uncle Ben. As easy as the job looks, it is not for everybody. I worked in healthcare for 11 years, and it was a very humbling job for me.
Yes.
Yes, it shows me another level of humanity.
God bless you, Binkpe. I'm telling you, that job is another level job. If you work there, you will see human beings at their lowest. At their lowest. And you as human being working, that should be telling you something, that this world is nothing. If you go to some of these facilities, you will see patients, you will see the pictures on the wall, you will see the life they were living before now. Some of them have bigger houses, family, they live life, but now all they have is this small room, this small bed. And some of them, there are people who don't even come to check on them. Some are lucky, their children will still come. I tell you guys that as I did like this, I know they take life serious like that again. I've seen enough. My two jobs, my nursing job and my side hustle, have told me that there is nothing in this life. I've seen people buy anyhow. I see people needing help every day. I see people that cannot even live from one day to the other if they are not on oxygen. I've seen people who cannot even poop. They need laxative before they go shit. I've seen people at their lowest. And it makes me appreciate humanity more. It makes me love them more. Don't do this job if you don't have love in your heart. Don't do this job if you can't see that you are the closest thing to your patient. You are your patient friend. You are his caregiver. You are the closest thing they have as a family because they see you every day. You should love them, see them as human, not their sickness. And when you are seeing the symptoms of whatever sickness they got going on, just appreciate it. You have to help them. In the case of this lady wanted to get this man ready. I don't know wherever they are going, but apparently the man don't want to go. Why the man was refusing that he don't want to go, he slide down from his chair. And by the time he slide down from the chair, even you can hear the lady in the other video. The lady was saying, I don't care, you do this, maybe you call report. She was just saying all that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, why would you? The man slide down. By the time he arranged the man finish, he carried the man, he threw the man for the chair. And the camera did not do her justice. The camera even fast the thing. It can't be like say she really slammed the man. And they said the man don't pass. Now they link the incident. They say now what did she do here? Now link to why the man pass. And again, if you are going to work in this healthcare field in abroad, please open your ear, hear this one what I want to tell you last. All the patients in wherever you go abroad, they have the right of refusal. If you give them water, make they drink, they say they don't want drink. It is within their right. If it is time for them to go to the dining room to eat, and you go there and say, hey, Papa, let me get you ready. Let's go to the... And Papa said, I'm not going. It's within his right to refuse. Please, if you have worked in the healthcare, let me drop out for charge. Make them no talk, say, oh, where is Ben coming from? It is what it is here. They have the right to refuse. And in case you don't know, for those who have dementia, or maybe those who have mental challenges, if they slap you, you have no right to retaliate. Hello? These people are protected. America has, I've lost count of how many laws where I don't hear for America that protect the people who are vulnerable. That's what they call them. So no matter what they're doing, no matter how rational you think you are, no matter how you think, hey, when I walk into the room, she throw water at me, or when I walk in the room, he just swing at me, he slapped me, and I was trying to defend myself. That is how he fall. You go land in jail. Hello? You will land in jail. Oh. They have right. They have plenty of rights that are designed to protect them. Listen to me. The people who are classified as the vulnerables in America, I don't know about UK, but I know their law is similar. The people who are classified as the vulnerables, all the laws you have in this America, now the one way favor them now in plenty pass. And if you are working with them, the law see you as a threat to them. Make I talk them again. If you are working with this population of people who are vulnerable, the law that protect them, the law see you as a threat to them. And if they have challenges, maybe they have mental issue going on or something, and when they are talking here and there. Whatever they say, that is what the law will recognize. Oh. What will save you is if there are witnesses or there are cameras that can say what they are saying is not what really happened. If they talk, say when you come to their room, you carry GUN, you put them for their head, even though you no get, that is what the law will say. Oh. I don't know whether I'm talking to people, but I just say make I send those note of warning. Mario say care is their only way into the UK. All right, Simbi, read all these comments. Make I get out of here. Take from Sister Binkwe.
Okay. Sister Bimpe said exactly at Marriott, many of those jackpot people don't have the temperament of a care job.
Yeah, exactly. Next one.
Sister Marriott is saying nobody. It's a bitter pill to swallow. That's an old.
And, uh,
Okay,
then,
Antonia. Hi. Antonia says you're on point, sir, at Uncle Ben.
all right. Let me read this one from Marriott.
Sister Marriott. She's saying the agencies should be giving settlement training on living abroad in general before leaving Nigeria. First-time travelers really need this orientation.
Honestly,
That's from
you first time travelers made a lot of mistakes. Next one.
Sister Bimpe is saying also you cannot force care if someone refuses. You can try and cajole them and make them see reasons why they need the care. If worse comes to worse, get your manager involved. Don't force or
That's
beat.
it. That's it. Yeah. Next one.
The next one, Sister Bimpe is also saying, Uncle Ben, you're dropping gems. Absolutely. You have to prepare your mind against subconscious bias. Separate the illness from the person.
Exactly.
Next one.
All right. There is a lot to learn. There is so much. Hey, Misty, how you doing, my sister? So when it comes to this traveling and working in the healthcare industry, there is so much to learn. Take this last comment from Sister Marriott.
Okay, so Sister Maris is saying even your financial institutions have to ask for trusted persons' information in case you become vulnerable.
All right. So my people, please, I don't want you to see today's show as just one of those shows. You know, like I said, after I embark on this Uncle Beno's journey, I've noticed a lot of things. I see what God is doing through the platform. The platform passed me, and I've seen how God brought a lot of expert professionals, people with experience, to also come on this platform to help us dissect these matters. This one, I'm not expecting to have a lot of views, but I pray that the few people who might get to see this video will help them in Jesus' name. Please, to just wrap up, when you work in the healthcare, you don't want to commit these three offenses. Find out what constitutes abuse at your facility. Usually, it's like almost the same thing across board. But find out what constitutes abuse. You might be doing some things as Nigerians and you will think you are helping your patient. You are actually committing abuse. Please. You might be doing some things that you think, oh, they will understand now. We are just doing this. You might be committing neglect. Neglect is actually the worst one of all. We that we are nurses. make I no carry nurses yash come out. A lot of nurses loses their license every month. If I hear in Texas, board of nursing, if you go to board of nursing, if you want to check nurses that lost their license, you fear go hold you. After they don't spend time in school, with student loan everything, they could lose their license again. You know why they are losing those licenses? It's because of neglect. And for those of you who might travel and work in healthcare, neglect is the easiest offense you can commit. You won't even know you have already committed neglect until they interpret it to you, then you go shock. I'll give you an example of neglect. Do you know if your patient, as a caregiver, if your patient is supposed to be at the dining table by 7 and breakfast is to be served by 7:15, and by 7:30, 7:35, they should have been done with breakfast. Do you know if the patient assigned to you, if that patient is not up and ready and be at that table by that 7 o'clock that the patient is supposed to be at the table. If the patient is not at that table by 7 o'clock, by 7:15, if the patient is still not at the table and there is no medical reason and there is nobody you inform, especially your supervisor, to let them aware of the reason why the patient is not at that table by 7:15. By the time you get to 7:30, you have already committed neglect in some facilities. I beg, if you understand what I described, you live abroad. Let me drop a one or let me further explain to our people. Neglect is so easy. As a nurse, okay, as a nurse,
It means you're lacking.
as a nurse, if your assistant, maybe your CNA, come to you and say, hey, nurse, I think Mr. J.A. is bending somehow. I just think he's bending somehow, Sha. And you as a nurse, you say, oh, J.A., no mind that J.A. Now so in the bend all the time. Don't worry, he'll be fine. He bend like that all the time. You have just committed neglect as a nurse. That is why a lot of people lose their license like play. There are so many things I can teach you about working in healthcare abroad, but you know me, I know you like to show, say, oh, I be nurse, I be this. I usually don't go around that route at
But
all.
what about the restaurant?
Which one?
Restaurants. You make transactions. Restaurants, food.
Restaurant. What about it?
I mean, yeah. Now, if you want to work in a restaurant, speak on how to, do
That's
your
a
job
different one. That requires a different protocol, different practices, and all that.
I know. I
Mhm.
said make a show on that.
I should do a show on it. Simbi, I know hear you well, Gary. Anyway, the last one, exploitation. You come work, you pay your resident dash you money. Oh, maybe the resident children come yesterday. You can't come work today. The resident they play with you well. Resident like you as you just shout, hey Simbi, my daughter came around yesterday. He gave me some cash. I just wanted to give you this $20. You have been so nice to me. If you take that money, you have just committed exploitation. Hello. You have committed exploitation. All right. So I'm just saying all of this for you to know that A&E is what you should watch out for as a caregiver. Make sure whatever you do, it will not be classified as abuse, neglect, or exploitation. There are still so many one. You get restraint. Restraint is another one. I don't know if you guys know that where you are. I don't know if you have heard about restraint before. Restraint, for instance, like in the case of this video that I show you guys earlier, this woman that is going to jail now. When that man is saying no, she was trying to pull the man. The man was pulling his hands away. She was trying to pull the man was pulling his hands away. The more she's attempting to pull the man up, and the man is pulling his hands away, and she is restraining that man. In some facility, if a patient tried to slap you, and in the process of trying to defend yourself, you block the patient, the hand when they swing the go, you block him. Wahala is coming. So as I'm living here now, please, wherever you are, wherever you live, make sure you study your organization policy, know the protocol, the guidelines on how they do everything. And please don't bring your Nigeria, your African mindset into the work in abroad. Don't bring that mindset of, oh, they're gonna understand. In the case of the man on this picture now, that one will wear black shirt. So do you know what that man went to jail for? He was kissing a resident. I was trying to help the resident, so I kiss him. I saw when Mom of Five covered that issue, and I even read about it. I'm like, blood of Zachariah. This thing is annoying. I don't even want to talk about it. How can a grown man with wife and children go to work and you are kissing a resident? You say you are helping the resident. Are you healing her or what? If they check that man's brain now, if you tell you say Holy Spirit tell us, say if he kiss the woman go day well. All right, we're gonna continue. We'll continue advising people on many of these things. Maybe it will help them. If you want us to talk more on some of the things you need to know when you are working abroad, drop a one in the chat. Then I can dig into some other ones and try to explain it. So if you want us to educate our people more about living and working in abroad, drop a one in the chat. But please, on this healthcare thing, watch this video over and over again. I will cut the video and repost it so that people can share it, they can learn. Don't do healthcare job if you really don't like it. Don't do healthcare job if you can't stand person pooping and you cleaning them. Don't do healthcare job if you cannot differentiate between someone's sickness and who they are. Don't do healthcare job if money is the only reason you want to do it. Oh, there's healthcare money there. When I do overtime, healthcare job is not for you. Okay? Don't do healthcare job. Biko. If you are tired, now this one will be the one where I will take leave na pata. Did you say American law only work for poor people? You go jail. Yeah, exactly. JBDD now they don't set them free. No, for many of the kind they don't set them free. They only convict him for maybe the other one where they say go spend 20 years. Now because he ain't get money, or if did in a poor person, all the thing when they put for here, they go to jail for them. So please, this one now I want to beg una as I come out here now. I take God beg you. Rest. Learn how to rest abroad. When you are tired, you can call your work and said, I am sick, I can't come today. When you are tired and you don't want to miss any day because they might not pay me well, I don't want to miss any day. And then you carry your head, you go to that work. That is when you are prone to making mistakes. Our people, they are wrong for this one. No. Our people don't know how to rest. Oh. Some people will work from on the 1st to on the 30th, 7 days a week. They still they work, they go. I will see them and I will say, God, what is the problem? Which problem pursue you come up for Nigeria? Take time off. Rest when it is necessary. All this Oyinbo, they are beginning to see us Africans as slaves. That is why when Oyinbo is talking of overtime, now African they think of, they don't rest. They are hard worker. Africans, they are very strong. They work hard. And you go see Oyinbo they rest. Oyinbo they go vacation. Some Africans are doing that now and I love it for them too. Take your time to enjoy your life. If you are tired, don't go to work. Call off from work. Tell them you are tired. That is why you have to select the kind of job you want to do. I told you guys where I'm working, the thing when they pay me for where they work, now half what I will be receiving if I'm working in private sector. But the benefit that comes with my work, they not born the private sector where they can't offer that benefit. Lie. You feel me? A job that comes with insurance for you and your children, both medical and dental insurance. It comes with life insurance. It comes with everything. It comes with time off. It comes with paid leave. It comes with almost everything. Sick leave, everything. It comes with it. So we Nigerians, may we use our brain. Not be say, money, and they go to, then they pay. Oh, then they pay time and a half. You go work for some private organization. You think they are paying you well. By the time you fell sick, by the time Wahala happen, I'm so sorry. There will be no enough money to take care of you. Please, I will stop here. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Didi say, Have a plan before you come abroad. Though. Excellent. Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Uncle Dayo, what's your last take on this one? Make I come on here. I know say you back
Uncle
there.
Beno, I've just been so now not at the right things. I just take notes. Thank you very much for.
All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is Beno Real. Thank you, everybody, for being part. Thank you for being part of today's show. I'll see you. I may not come live tomorrow. It can be Friday, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now. Thank you, everybody.